What we're going to focus on today are remodeling fears, or maybe a better way to put it is what may be holding us back, from getting what we want. We'll also talk a little bit about some of the approaches to remodeling and in fact, why some of those different approaches have actually created some of the fears, some of the nightmares that we hear about remodeling and how we can avoid those. I spend a lot of time walking into people's homes, walking through their homes, talking about what they want to do. And I'm always surprised how many times I go into a home and we may walk into the kitchen and they'll say, you know what, the day I saw this house, I knew we were going to have to remodel that kitchen. Okay, no problem. That's what we do. We go walking through the house and maybe we go into the master bathroom and they say, the day after our home warranty expired, our shower started leaking. And we knew we were going to remodel, so we didn't do anything. We haven't taken a shower in that shower since we've been here. We'll finish the rest of the house. We'll go down, sit at the kitchen table, and I'll ask, how long have you been here? Expecting to hear, I don't know, a year, 2 years. But I hear things like 10 years, 12 years, one couple, 17 years. And so I picked my jaw off the floor and I said, you haven't taken a shower in your master bathroom for 17 years? This is an illustration of there was something that holds us back. I think a big part of this is just naming the fear, putting a label on it, and then being able to talk with the people that you're working with about some of your fears, whether it's fears about what the city will allow, probably one of the bigger ones, how do we keep control of expenses? How do we avoid schedule delays? Those can be big, especially if you're trying to live in the home while it's being remodeled, getting good information, and that we all want to avoid the nightmares and regrets. We're going to talk a little bit about some different approaches to remodeling, different relationships you can have with your architect and builder, and how some of those can either create or alleviate some of those fears. Every project starts with an owner, and then we go and hire an architect or a designer, okay? We spend a lot of time, frankly, a lot of emotion, especially in a home. This can be a very emotional thing, a fair amount of money to get a nice set of plans that now we're ready to go and get permitted at the city and we're ready to select a builder, okay? Now, as an architect, we're taught not to tell you who to choose as a builder for liability reasons. We may be able to recommend, hey, I know this guy, he's done some work over there, and this woman's done some work close by as well, but really no connection there. So what do? We send out the plans to 3, 4, 5, however many contractors you want, and we get bids back. And then what do? I hear the story, well, we threw out the high, we threw out the low, we took the middle. Whoa, your first yellow light should be that there is a difference. If everybody's bidding the same set of plans, why do I have a high and a low? Well, a big piece of that is that what most contractors, in fact, probably all contractors know, and what most architects know, this architect learned the hard way, is that there's no perfect set of drawings, okay? So what contractors will do, and this is the terminology that they'll use, and I don't mean to sound disparaging, I'm just talking about reality here, is they will bid the plans, okay? So if it's not on the plan, it's not gonna be in the bid. How does that come back to bite us? For example, let's suppose we were working on a design for your kitchen and it's over in one corner of your house. We go, we get permits, we find a builder, we're ready to start building. They come out, they demo your kitchen. You come home that night and they say, the inspector came by, he was looking at our plans. He went out and looked at the electrical panel and he noticed that to get up to current code, your electrical panel isn't big enough. Now the electrical panel's on the other side of the house, so we didn't look at that. So, we need to replace that electrical panel. By the way, that's going to be about $3,000. And the inspector also said, we need to update the drawings to reissue the permit because that needs to be on the permit. So you need to talk to your architect and get the plans resubmitted. What are you going to do? You're going to call up your architect. Whoa, what's happening here? This is day one. I'm already getting my first change order. Okay. So the architect's going to call the contractor. Hey, what gives here? You've done kitchen remodels before. You should know you're going to need to check the electrical panel and replace it if necessary. That should be in your bid. contractor is going to say, hey, it's not on the drawings. I bid what's on the drawings. And so it begins, right? Architect watching over the contractor, not being nefarious or anything, but finding errors in the drawings. And who ends up paying for all of that, right? The owner, right? So you end up getting in the middle of these two professionals that should be taking care of you. Another common approach I see for maybe some smaller projects, I'll call it straight to construction. Hey, it's a kitchen remodel, it's a bathroom remodel. How hard could it be? I just need to find someone in here that can do it for the right price, and we'll figure it out as we go. Okay, so you go and you can find as many people as you want that will come in and hold the tape measure up in your bathroom or kitchen, give you a number at the bottom of their quote. One guarantee I'm going to tell you about that number, that's not what you're going to end up paying, okay? Small example, we're figuring out as we go, okay, the contractor says, hey, we installed your cabinets today, that went well, we're going to need your countertop in a couple days, I need you to go pick it out. So you go to the stone yard and fall in love with this beautiful stone, just beautiful, gotta have it. Okay, great. Go back, hey, I picked out the stone, it's at this stone yard, here's the name of it, we're good to go. Get a call later that day from your contractor, okay, no problem, I'm here at the stone yard. By the way, the stone that you picked is about $1,000 a slab, and in my budget, I had $300 a slab, and you need 4 of them, right? Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? Gonna go look for a different stone? You fell in love with that stone. Your kitchen is gone. You can't stop at this point. So what happens? Who really starts to get the power in this relationship, right? What are you going to do? Fire someone in the middle of your kitchen? No. Are you going to go and do compromises and find stone that's less expensive? Maybe. But now we're making all of those decisions under duress, under a very tight deadline. So what I say and what we've developed at HartmanBaldwin is a different approach. I call it the creative sphere. And what it means is, hey, we know you as an owner have a project that you want to do. We're designers and builders. Let's all get together because we all have the same goal. We all want to have a successful project. So now what we're able to do is come with some ideas that we know can be accomplished, that we know can be built, and even more importantly, about how much it can cost, okay? Because that's important, right? When do we want to find out how much this project costs? Before we get started, as soon as possible. When do most people find out how much their project costs? When they're done. Now just bringing everybody together with a common goal, bringing all of our resources to bear, it can actually be a pleasant experience. So who's HartmanBaldwin? We have a full-time staff of full-time architects, full-time interior designers, and we're also general contractors with project managers, as we call them, that run our construction jobs. So it's really a one-stop shop in the true sense of the term. We really value the idea of bringing art and architecture together so that the places that we live can enhance our lifestyle. If you use the right process and if you get the right people, it can actually be an easy and kind of fun experience. But that's really what we want. We want a good experience. We want enhancing our lifestyle, increasing the value of our homes, and spending the rest of our time there in the home, enjoying what we have. This is what just makes my job so worthwhile. To be able to see just that dream come true, and to be able to set people up for the rest of their life in this home in such a way that they're just so happy that they come home. I hear people say to me all the time, I love walking into my kitchen in the morning. I just love walking out into my backyard. We've done something and created something that people love. That gives them such a great feeling.